In the dim, forgotten outskirts of a nameless town, hidden beyond rusted rail tracks and fields long abandoned, stands a warehouse cloaked in silence, its windows shattered, its steel walls eaten by rust, yet somehow alive with an invisible pulse that draws in the curious. And tonight, I take you there, not just as a storyteller but as a witness, because inside that warehouse lies the most chilling legend to ever go viral online. The Blank Soup Room, a place whispered about in cryptic forums, hinted at in shadowy TikToks, dissected in late-night YouTube conspiracy videos, and always dismissed as either urban myth or ARG marketing trick. Yet here I am, standing before the dented steel door that leads to what millions have seen only through distorted pixels of a viral clip, the video that spread like wildfire, racking up millions of views before being banned on every platform, re-uploaded under different names and hunted down again, but not before leaving behind terrified comments. Viewers swearing they saw different things depending on who they were, some claiming a blank white void, others a bubbling cauldron of faceless shadows, a few even claiming to hear their dead relatives calling their name from within the footage, and the most disturbing part, those who watched till the end reported strange occurrences in their homes, bowls of soup left steaming on empty tables, kitchen taps running with broth instead of water, and in some cases, entire families vanishing there. Last online activity being that cursed video. So before we step into the story, let me tell you straight, if you love your family, if you care for the people around you, smash that like button and subscribe right now, because legends say the only protection from the Blank Soup Room's curse is acknowledgement, a digital seal formed by interaction, and while I can't promise your safety, it might just keep the curse at bay a little longer as we dive into this chilling odyssey of 6,000 words. One paragraph, no breaks, a stream of consciousness just like the soup itself. Fluid, formless, and endless. So here we go. The viral video begins with shaky footage, handheld, the camera breathing heavy as it pans across the warehouse interior, graffiti-smeared walls whispering forgotten names, puddles of oil shimmering beneath the flicker of a single dangling bulb, and then the camera catches it. An unmarked wooden door with a knob too polished for this place, shining like it has never rusted, never aged, the cameraman muttering under his breath. "This is it, this is the room," before slowly reaching out, his hand trembling, and with a creak that sounds less mechanical and more like a human groan. The door opens, and suddenly reality glitches, the footage turning pure white. Yet the cameraman keeps walking, his footsteps echoing though there are no walls, just a void of blankness, a soup of emptiness, a place without shape. And that's when viewers began to realize something was wrong, because different people swore the video changed depending on who watched it. One commenter wrote they saw the cameraman sink knee-deep into broth that rippled like quicksand. Another insisted they saw the floor covered in salt lines and chalk sigils. Others said there were ghostly chefs stirring invisible ladles in the air. But the most haunting testimony came from a woman who claimed she saw her late grandmother standing in the corner, ladle in hand, beckoning her to taste. And when she screamed and shut the video, she found a bowl of steaming blank soup waiting on her kitchen counter. It smelled identical to the broth her grandmother used to make, and she vanished 2 days later, her YouTube account still auto-playing that cursed video in the background. But the video continues, the cameraman's breath heavy as he pans the lens to reveal a pedestal at the center of the void, holding an empty bowl carved from translucent crystal, glowing faintly as if lit by moonlight. Trapped inside and etched along its rim, symbols no linguist has ever identified. Yet many viewers said they could read it in their own language, one saying it spelled oblivion, another swearing it read consume, another claiming it said their own name letter by letter, and as the cameraman reached out, whispers grew louder, bubbling noises like soup simmering, a raspy voice echoing, "Stir if you dare." And at this exact timestamp, 4 minutes, 23 seconds, almost every viewer reported something impossible. Their device lagged, the screen flickered, and a reflection appeared not of the cameraman but of themselves, as if they were the ones standing before the bowl, their fingers trembling over the edge, and many swore they felt their own hands twitch involuntarily as though compelled to stir, some even dropping spoons from their desks in real life at that very moment. And then the feed cuts to static, violent, thrashing static, but hidden in the distortion, frames of something unspeakable, faces screaming without mouths, liquids boiling without pots, shadows ladling soup into bowls that overflow yet remain empty. And for just a millisecond, a child's laughter echoing before cutting out, the cameraman gasping, "Oh God, it's looking at me." Though the frame shows nothing, only white, until the static clears and the bowl is full, not with broth, but with swirling reflections, images of the viewer's deepest regrets, forgotten traumas, or buried memories, forcing each audience member into confrontation. Some saw failed exams, others car crashes, others funerals. One claimed they saw their unborn child staring at them from inside the soup, and it's here that the viral comments exploded, people begging to know if anyone else saw what they saw, desperate to confirm they weren't alone. And then, the climax, the cameraman whispers, "It wants me to taste it," his hand trembling as he dips a finger into the blank soup, lifts it to his lips, and the screen cuts to black, but before it does, a shadowy figure steps into frame, tall, faceless, clutching a ladle that drips with nothingness, and whispers in a distorted chorus, "Now you are part of it." And viewers claim the final second of audio isn't just noise but their own names being spoken, unique to each individual, which explains why so many swore the video was personalized, alive, and feeding off attention, because the more people watched, the more the blank soup room spread, infecting feeds, slipping past algorithms until moderators had to ban it, but even then, fragments of it still resurface, a thumbnail here, a corrupted MP for there, each one spawning terror as another person claims bowls appear in their home, soup simmering with nothing inside and families whispering in their sleep, "Stir it," until one day they vanish, leaving only an empty bowl behind. So I'm telling you now, as I recount this viral legend, if you feel a chill, if you hear bubbling sounds in your own kitchen, don't panic, don't look back, and whatever you do, don't stir, because once the blank soup room knows your name, it never forgets, so protect yourself. If you love your family, if you don't want them reduced into ingredients of a cursed broth, like this video right now, subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon, because acknowledgement is your only shield, and maybe, just maybe, it will keep the soup from spilling into your world tonight. But remember, the blank soup room isn't just a video, it's an invitation, and once you've seen it, once you've tasted even a drop through your imagination, the door will appear, the knob will turn cold under your palm, and the whisper will return. Stir if you dare.